Welcome to Brace Yourself, the Raw and Unfiltered podcast. Join me as we dive into bold and authentic conversations about relationships, self-care, cultural shifts, generational cycles, and more. This podcast is your go-to for real talk and eye-opening insights, all while challenging norms and inspiring change. Tune in to explore the truths that matter most and get ready to embrace the unfiltered reality. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to yet another episode of Brace Yourself, the Raw and Unfiltered podcast. It's your girl, Ariel Marie, and today is a bit personal. We're getting a bit personal with the episode because if you must know, and if you haven't noticed or don't know, my birthday is coming up. My birthday is in 2 weeks from now, September 18th. Y'all, I cannot believe I'm turning 28 on the 18th. Time flies, but let me tell you, stepping into my 28th year feels nothing like the last decade of my life. I'm moving forward with more grace, more patience, and a heart wide open to all of the blessings and lessons that lies ahead. Let me just take a breath right there. I'm sitting outside in the grass, feet in the grass, hands in the grass, listening to the wind blow, watching the trees sing and talk to me. This is the best things in life. This is true happiness. This is true bliss. Because true happiness and bliss comes from within. That's something you can't get from an outside source. It starts from within. And the spiritual journey that I've been taking over this past year or so has been a beautiful journey. And I am so grateful that I've been embracing it with open arms and an open mind. Because the woman that I am today, the woman I am today, the woman that I was years ago ain't got shit on the woman that I am today. I'm going to just say that. Ain't got not a thing on a woman that I am today. Okay? Why 28 matters to me. I've been doing a little digging on the spiritual meaning of the number 28. According to numerology sources and various astrology sites, 28 is known for blending the energies of 2, cooperation, balance, and 8, confidence and abundance. It symbolizes a cycle of growth and empowerment, often linked with new beginnings and leadership. Some folks say 28 aligns with the new personal year cycle, prompting you to level up in areas you've been hesitant about. Whether you're into numerology, astrology, or just looking for a sign, 28 can represent a fresh start and a call to step into your power. All year, I've been telling y'all, 2025 is the year, 2025 is the year, 2025 is the year, it's our year, it is the year. I've been saying that all year. And I just found out about the number 28 a month ago. Divine intervention, baby, divine timing. My body knew before my mind did. I knew this was a year of change and growth. I felt it in my mind, body, and soul. And the fact that I am actually turning 28, and that is a big deal in the astrology world, signifies so much. And now it has me have more understanding of everything that I went through this year. This past year also taught me how crucial it is to put myself first. My whole life, I've been a people pleaser. And people pleasing comes from, traumatic situations and everything else. And that's something that I've learned that I needed to stop doing, was being a people pleaser, because that was a trauma response, because I had abandonment issues. And we just get into the nitty gritty and we get personal right here. So if you weren't expecting me to get so personal in this podcast, you might want to turn this off, because we are talking about this year, baby, in detail. Okay? Not too many details left out. But I walked away from a problematic relationship that had me doubting my worth, my path, and my future. I walked away from that. And when I first walked away, there were so many people questioning, like, oh my God, did Ari just walk away? Like, I thought she was happy. I thought she was enjoying this and she was living her best life. Everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. Okay? Everything that glitters is not gold. And yeah, financially, the help was there, but I needed mental stability, emotional stability, physical stability, and I didn't get that in my past relationship. And I was starting to think I was the issue or I was the cause of it. When I know good and goddamn well, when I step into anybody's life, it's going to make it 10 times, 1,000 times better. And I'm not just saying that out of ego. I'm saying that out of facts. I come into people's life for a reason, and I'm going to help them learn something. And I'm going to give them some love that they probably never received or didn't know that they were capable of receiving. It was scary at first because comfort zones can feel safe, even when they're unhealthy. I stayed in that comfort zone for a while until I just couldn't anymore. But guess what? If we never break out of those zones, we block blessings that are meant for us. As the great Zora Neale Hurston once said, there are years that ask questions and years that answer. This year demanded honesty and answers about who I am and what I deserve. This year has been such a huge eye-opener for me. Such a huge eye-opener for me. And I just want to say how grateful I am for it. So grateful for it. Speaking of comfort, the biggest leaps in my life have come from taking risk. Even when fear stood in my way, I had to remind myself, fear can ride in the car, but it does not get to drive. Okay? You want to evolve? You got to get a little uncomfortable. Think about Harriet Tubman. She risked everything to bring freedom to countless people. That's monumental bravery. Of course, our daily struggles might not be the same, but the principle is surrender that old comfort zone so you can discover what's truly possible. Stop limiting yourself. Stop thinking you can't do this because of this, because you don't have anyone in your family that has ever done that, or because you haven't seen a good example on social media or on the TV of someone with black or brown skin, or with the coily curls in your hair, or with all the tattoos on your face. Don't limit yourself, and don't live your life based off of society's limits, because you will not be happy. The reason why I am so at bliss and so at peace in this 28 years of living is because I am content with myself. I've realized I am on a beautiful journey of continuous learning. And it's no one's race but mine. I'm on no one's timeline but my own. I live my life solely for me. Solely for me. Not for anybody else's expectations. Solely for me. And it's better said than done. Yes, it is. But let me tell you, my past tried to creep back in big time. Right after the breakup, I started back wearing wigs again, hanging out in the same circles I once left behind, trying to recapture an old aesthetic that didn't serve my growth. Soon as I got out of that relationship, I went and got a wig put on. Nah, not too much, because I am very versatile. There's nothing wrong. As Black women, we are very versatile. We can do anything that we want with our hair. But seeing as I'm going into my second year of my lock journey, I felt like me putting those wigs over my head was me trying to be someone that I truly wasn't, basically, if that made sense. Because I love my locks. I love them. Regardless of how long, how short, if they retwisted or not, I love my locks. I always have, and I always will. And yes, I love a good wig, but my lock journey has been about embracing my authenticity. And don't mind me, because I got these things in my mouth, so I be feeling like my words are a bit slippery and slurring. Authenticity, okay? Turning my old habits felt like sabotage. I said that wrong. Let me drink my water. Give me 2 seconds. Turning to old habits felt like sabotage. I felt I was sabotaging my new life. In April and in March. March and April, I was doing nothing but sabotaging my growth in my life. After meditating on it, sitting with myself, I realized going backward was not the answer. It's like Angela Davis said, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. I had to let the old ways go so I could nurture the future I'm forging for myself. There were definitely nights where loneliness came knocking hard. I used to hate being alone. Like it gave me anxiety. It had me so sad and lonely to the point where I just don't want to be here no more. I hate it. What am I going to do? Somebody just please. I didn't like being alone, that I was putting myself around people I didn't even really want to be around. Putting myself in situations just because I did not want to be lonely. Now, I cherish it because solitude forces you to meet yourself in all your layers. I've learned to be content with me time, and that's made me appreciate others' presence so much more. In our generation, we have this terrible cycle of codependency. We lean on people to escape facing our own shadows. But solitude taught me that growth isn't always communal. It can be intensely personal. There's nothing wrong with community. But those deep shadows, community can't help you face those. You got to face those alone. And the loneliest, darkest, longest nights. As Bell Hooks once wrote, knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we cultivate self-love and independence, we stop demanding people to fill our voids. We stop demanding people to fill our voids. Look, it's been a rocky year for me, and I know for everybody else. It has been a year. A year. And again, it's always better said than done. It's always better said than done. Always better said than done. Always better said than done. But changing your mindset is the first step. Read it in a book. You don't want to read it? Listen to it. Listen to a podcast. Something that will help you change your way of thinking and change your mindset, because that's the first step. Your mindset is everything. Perspective is everything. Because yes, it's been a rocky year. I faced mental and emotional abuse. I've questioned my sanity and had moments of despair, but I refuse to let those battles harden my heart. I've been through a lot this year, not just a breakup. A lot. I damn near went through 2 breakups this year because I got involved with a man that I thought, really cared about me, and it wasn't. So I had like 2 heartbreaks this year. On top of having to realize that the relationship with my mother is beyond repair, and she has traumatized me to an extent of I don't know when I will be able to be comfortable around her anymore. And that's hurtful. That's hurtful for me. That fucked me up. Because if y'all know, me and my mom have always had this relationship where we were like best friends. And granted, I've always been the parent in the relationship and she's always been the child. And that's one of our big faults in the relationship as well. And to each his own. I love her and I send her my light and everything else. But I had to come to terms that just because you came from someone or you were raised or grew up around people doesn't mean that they're meant to be in your life forever. And if people don't want to change, you gotta. What I just say? What did I just say? I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept, and that's literally what I did. That's literally what I did, because some people gonna be a certain way their whole life, and I had to sit with that, and that hurt me. That hurt me because my whole life, I've been wanting nothing but that unconditional love from my mother. That is what I've been yearning for my whole life. If y'all haven't known me, this is just a little bit of backstory. I was raised by my father and my grandparents. My mom did not have custody of me because she was an irresponsible parent. And when she did have me, I was with cousins and everything else. I never really spent time with my mom as a child. She was always chasing after her girlfriends or always working. I wasn't a priority. And that's been my fuel for how I've been operating my whole life growing up, trying to be someone's priority. I've been craving that unconditional love, but I had to realize I have that within myself. I no longer have to be angry at her and be upset at her. You did this, you didn't give me this, because that was the past. We cannot go back in time. What I can do is learn and heal those wounds so I can love people correctly instead of being triggered and traumatized at every corner. But that was a lot for me. A lot. I had to go through, this was my first Mother's Day. I did not have my mother. This about to be the first birthday I don't have my mother or talk to her. And these are all my decisions. But these are decisions for my peace of mind and happiness. And they're the right decisions to make. I understand. I hear a lot of people always say, like, "Oh, you are so strong. I can't believe you do this. I can't believe you do that." But you just have to do it. If you want truly to be happy in life, you have to take control of your fucking life. Don't let nobody else do it. I don't care if it's grandma, granddaddy, mama, daddy, sister, brother, even the kids. You have to be in control of your life. You have to want better. I don't want to hear, "Oh, well, no, they do this," or "No, they're not going to like me," or not. Fuck that. What has it been doing for you this whole time? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Take that risk. Let me be the motivator for you to take that risk and do it. You should not have to deal with unhealthy relationships, toxic family members if you don't want to. Because that is not the meaning of family is family. That is not, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I am the generational breaker, and we're going to stop all of that mess so we can have healthy bonds and healthy relationships. The message that I share with you is this. You cannot let what you've been through define you in a way that breeds bitterness or rage. You can let it sharpen your awareness, sure, but never your spirit. I love leaning on Dr. Maya Angelou's words here. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. So yes, I'm stepping into this 28th solar return with more clarity than ever. The questions I used to have, they're finally getting answered. That's the magic of trusting your journey and being open to lessons, even the painful ones. To anyone listening who's facing a crossroad or feeling like your past is trying to sneak back in, don't be afraid to choose yourself. Don't be afraid to risk what's comfortable for what's personally liberating. This age, this time in your life, whatever year you're in, own it. Make it yours because you can't get it back. I promise you, there's a bigger, better version of you wanting to breathe. I am so excited for 28, y'all. For all the cosmic shifts it's bringing and for the testament that my life continues to be. Because I am a walking testimony. Thank you for riding with me on Brace Yourself, the Raw and Unfiltered podcast. Remember, your scars don't make you fragile. They can be your fuel to become unstoppable. Take that leap. Step out your comfort zone and dare to let the new you thrive. Until next week, stay blessed, stay fearless, and keep shining, y'all. Be blacker than black.